What is going on, guys? Sonic and the Bean Show here, and today we are back with another top 10 video for you guys as we round out our year of 2022. An amazing year we had with the Mario figures, especially the 2.5-inch figures. I feel like those were doing a lot better than the 4-inch figures this year. Like, I know they're basic figures in that they are produced faster, maybe a bit too fast though, like Jesus, but they still delivered this year, which is why in this top 10 I'm going to be including both 4-inch and 2.5-inch figures in this countdown, so this should be an interesting ranking. But let's go ahead and start the countdown. Let's get into my personal top 10 Jakks Pacific Super Mario figures of 2022. Coming into my number 10 spot, man, is the 2.5-inch Boom Boom figure. Now, I never had the chance to review this wave. I think I only showed it in a haul video when this figure came out, but I really do like this figure. I just hate that he's not able to stand unless you have one of his fists placed on the ground, and he doesn't have head articulation either, but I do like the butterfly joints they gave him. It makes him very unique compared to the other figures, which kind of makes me wonder if they're going to do the same formula for his 4-inch figure, because apparently he's actually going to be in wave 33, and the figure should be good since he'll have articulation in the head and legs. So Boom Boom might end up being higher on the list next year, but for this year I did have to place him at the number 10 spot. Coming in at number 9, I have the 2.5-inch Morton figure. A great looking figure. I love the head sculpt a lot. Although the size of the figure could have been shrunken down just a tad bit, I think they did a pretty good job on capturing the likeness of Morton. I know he had one in the Microland series way back, but comparing that to this one, you can see the huge difference of how good they delivered with this Morton figure. And hopefully we see a 4-inch version of this guy sometime in the future, but a fantastic figure nonetheless. So I have Morton at the number 9 spot on this list. Coming in at the number 8 spot is the Birdo figure, a character that I've been wondering on when it was going to be coming into the 2.5-inch lineup, and it finally released. What an amazing figure. I like how the sculpting is on this Birdo. It just really captures her greatly. I think the only weird thing about this figure is that, at least for me exactly, I don't know if anyone else experienced this, but for me, I have to have the feet close in at an angle to have her stand, because if I try to move the legs a bit more out, she'll tend to fall forward. It's nothing groundbreaking, you know, it's just something to point out really, but I do like this Birdo figure. Definitely enjoyed myself with the review, so I have Birdo here at the number 8 spot. Coming in at number 7 is the Toadette figure, a figure that I was very excited about when it was announced. This Toadette is phenomenal. I really like it a whole lot. Now, I never owned the Popco figure back then, but I will say for my first ever Toadette figure, I'm very happy about this one and very impressed how this one came out. Very beautiful figure and one that I could not leave out in my top 10, so I definitely have to put Toadette here at number 7. Coming in at my number 6 spot was a figure that shocked me a whole lot when it was announced, and I've been impressed by this figure ever since I first reviewed it. We have the 2.5-inch Daisy figure. Beautiful looking head sculpt. I have to find another one though, because mine ended up getting black paint around the eye, but I love this Daisy figure. I think it encaptures her a whole lot. I do hope that if they ever re-release Peach, they give her a new similar formula to Daisy's figure, but a very solid figure overall. So Daisy made it here to the number 6 spot. Alright guys, getting into our top 5, we are at the number 5 spot with the 2.5-inch Rosalina figure. Another figure that surprised me when it was revealed. My only nitpick is the head sculpt. Like, in some angles it looks like Rosalina, but in some it doesn't. However, it is still a really nice figure. I love the sculpting on the hair and then the wand that's included here. Hopefully this does open doors for a cat Rosalina figure, but as of right now, Rosalina did come into my top 5 right here. Coming in at our number 4 spot is the 4-inch Wendy figure. This is a great looking Wendy figure. What's holding it back though is how difficult it is to have her stand at certain times and how stiff the figure feels in hand, but the sculpting on this figure is very nice. I really like the big pink bow on her head and the pearls around her neck. The head sculpt is just chef's kiss on this figure. It definitely captures her perfectly. If you're a fan of the character or a fan of the Koopalings in general, I highly recommend picking this one up. And Wendy may not be my favorite Koopaling, but man, it is a great figure. Coming into my number 3 spot is the Wave 29 4-inch Yoshi figure. Now you're probably like, how in the world is this number 3? And I'm telling you, if you ever picked up this figure, you'll know exactly why, man. This Yoshi figure is just outstanding. The new wrist articulation, new shoe mold with the ankle articulation, and the updated paint job on the eyes that they added here from the Jack Skull Yoshi figure. This is a really good Yoshi figure, a figure that needed a new sculpt very badly. If only he came with elbow joints, I think that would have put him a lot higher on the list. Like, imagine taking the Let's Go Yoshi figure but shrinking it down to a 4-inch figure. That would have been really cool to see, but since we are focusing on the 4-inch version here, I did put this at my number 3 spot. But this Yoshi is pretty epic, and I'm sure the other re-release colored Yoshis will have the same sculpt now, but I did put this Yoshi in the top 3 right here. Coming in at number 2 is one of my favorite 2.5-inch figures, and that is Baby Mario. I mean, from head to toe, this figure is pretty much perfection. Like, I know the articulation is still limited because it is a 2.5-inch figure, but I'm telling you, if you could take Baby Mario out of the screen and put the little guy into a plastic action figure, this is exactly what you're getting, man. The head sculpt is what sets this figure over the top. Like, this figure is so good, it actually makes me even way more excited for more Baby Mario characters to join the lineup. But this Baby Mario is amazing. I definitely recommend getting it, especially since the Band Presto one is very rare at the moment. But I place Baby Mario at number 2 here on my list. And my personal number 1 Mario action figure of 2022 is going to be the brand new Mario figure from Wave 29. I love this figure so much. I've had so much fun posing this guy around. I love the new sculpt they did here with this Mario. If you saw my review of this guy, you would probably already knew that this was going to be number 1. The last Mario figure that felt this good in the hand and that articulated very well was the Cat Peach figure from last year, which was actually my favorite 4-inch Mario figure released that year. But this one right here is definitely up there. The SH Figure Arts is still my favorite, but like I said, man, if you need a cheap Mario figure to do like stop motion or pig fed or just to like play around with, this is the one for you. It's such an amazing figure. The best part is that they are re-releasing this same sculpt with other power-up variants, and I can never get tired of it. Honestly, give me a 4-inch Dr. Mario figure with this same sculpt and I will be set right there. If you guys ever wondered what was my favorite Mario variant or my most wanted 4-inch Mario figure, it is Dr. Mario all the way, man. It's still a crime that we still don't have one, but I love this figure a lot, and I'm really excited on how the Mario movie figure is going to look when it's announced, because I'm very excited for the movie and the merch that's going to come with it. But that is going to wrap up my top 10 Super Mario figures of 2022. Again, an amazing year of Mario figures compared to last year, but last year was really good, but this year I just thought it was actually better, and I'm sure next year is going to be better. You know, it's going to be a big one for sure. It is going to be an epic year of Mario figures and toys in 2023, which I'm very excited for. But thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what's your favorite top 5 or top 10 down below. But until then, take care, my friends.